Hey everybody, this is Kyle, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about the backstory to my acoustic version of the song Demand, and actually the acoustic version is how I initially wrote the song. And then on the full version of this have a little bit of extra info, which I'll tell you what that is later on. I mentioned last month that this is going to be my last story behind the song video. As I'm getting ready to make this video, I'm thinking, well, maybe I could change it, maybe, so we'll see what happens. But as of right now, when I'm filming this, I'm kind of thinking that next year I'm going to do some different things with YouTube. So last month I mentioned that I took part of a conversation and just wove that into a bigger story. I did a little bit of internet research and some things like that. So I wanted to have some sort of musical idea. And at this particular time, at the end of 2020, I was really trying to challenge myself. I realized as a songwriter, one of my weaker areas was melody. And I think part of it is the way I sing. I start off, and as I mentioned many times, I'm not a singer. I didn't start singing, well now I'm getting old and that date is getting further back. But I didn't start singing until later on in life, and I was writing songs well before I realized, I'm gonna have to be the one to sing them. So in order to grow and challenge myself, because that's always a good idea, I wanted to keep this a two-chord song. So I just have, and I change up the rhythm and things like that to make the two-chord background, interesting. And if you work with music much, it's not hard to arrange two chords in an interesting way. So I wasn't too concerned about that, but it was the melodic part that threw me off. But let me talk about this musical background. So when I was growing up, I didn't start taking guitar seriously until I was 10 or something like that. And sometime around age 12, I had come home from school and I had a boombox, I'm that old, sitting on my guitar amp. And inside of it was a cassette from a 60s guitar player. I think the album came out in 60, I'm bad at dates. So you let me know when Santana's Abraxas came out. But anyway, I had that on cassette because I bought it cheap at Kmart or something like that. As a guitar player, you see that is one of Santana's huge albums. So I'd come home and one song, Oye Como Va, that's not really it, but it's similar to it. It has a simple chord structure and it really emphasizes the rhythm and things, that kind of Latin rock vibe. So when I picked up my guitar and was thinking of stuff, anytime I play two minor chords like that, my guitar brain goes, oh yeah, you're playing Santana, because he did that a lot. That was part of the sound, because you can go off in a Phrygian mode. It's pretty easy to, kind of get that Santana's sound with just two chords like that. Now, in the full version of this is going to be on Patreon. I'm going to talk about the struggle I had with the melody and what I did to try to solve that problem. So if you made it this far in the video, this one's going to be much shorter than usual. I appreciate you. Appreciate anybody that watches my videos anymore. And new music coming out every month. Make sure you subscribe, do all that stuff you're supposed to do on here, and I'll see you next time.